All right, so I'm gonna do a quick recap of Amir Khan and Kell Brook. All right, weeks later, but yeah, great performance by Kell Brook. I'm glad he got back with his old trainer. He looked good. I mean, listen, he looked good going into the to Terrence Bud Crawford fight as well, as far as physically. But he looked good going into this fight. I like the fact, like I noticed that he had his old red trunks with the red shoes. Like I looked like Kell Brook. He was in great shape. He was boxing well. He looked strong, and he won the fight. He destroyed Amir Khan. I think I gave Amir Khan only one round out of the whole fight, and I think it might have been like the second round, but Kell Brook was just way too powerful for Amir Khan. And going into the fight, I kind of always thought that Kell Brook would win, but I think because of the momentum that Khan was having, especially with that face-off, that classic face-off that they had, definitely a classic. The confidence in Amir Khan, and what it seemed like confidence, made me sway towards Khan. I felt like maybe Khan is gonna be the better fighter, the better boxer between the two. And I know Khan has always been chinny. He still is. But I also feel like Kell Brook, in the way that he was stopped by Bud, I feel like maybe he can't take the punches as well anymore neither. Especially coming down and weight and struggling to make 147. I just felt like he wasn't going to be that durable. Even though Khan is not the biggest puncher, he can still punch. He has dropped and stopped certain guys more in his prime years. So with that, I kind of leaned towards Khan in the last minute, and I was definitely wrong because Kell Brook just walked him down and dominated Amir Khan. I said after the fight that, or even before this fight, that I felt the two should retire. And I still feel that way. I think Khan is definitely done. All right, at this point, unless he does like celebrity boxing for a bag or something, he's definitely done. Kell Brook, even with the win, I still think that he should retire because it's a great way to finish. This is the fight that was 10 plus years in the making. All right. And he got the win. At this point, I don't think there's much to really prove. But he feels rejuvenated. He feels confident. He feels like he's back. And now there's talks of fighting a Chris Eubank, a Conor Ben. There's all these fights that people want now because of that win. And I personally feel like if he's going to stay, a Conor Ben fight is a good fight. I'm not really interested in the Chris Eubank fight. I'm not interested in Kell Brook at this stage of his career. I didn't like it when he went up to fight Triple G. I don't like him going up to fight Eubank. Even if it's at a catch weight, just no. Like, if you're going to do anything, stay at 147, stay at 154 at the highest. Let's not get crazy. It was a good win against Khan. But the thing I noticed with Kell Brook and Khan fighting is that Kell Brook did not respect his power. Kell Brook didn't have to box. Kell Brook beat him based on pressure. He can't beat all of these other guys just pressuring him. He is going to have to box. If he fights Conor Ben, he's going to have to box and outbox and outpoint Ben. You can't just walk through all of these other fighters that you are interested in fighting like the way you did with Amir Khan. Amir Khan just don't have the power. And he's not durable. These guys are stronger, they're fresher, they have better chins than Amir Khan. So let's not get crazy. But Conor Ben fight is good. The other two fights that I want to see, and these are fights that I've always wanted to see, is Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia. There was a point where they both were welterweights and Danny moved up at 147 that I would have loved to see a Danny Garcia and Kell Brook fight. I would have loved to see Kell Brook and Keith Thurman fight when they both were in their primes undefeated. We got Thurman against Porter, and we got Brook against Porter and stuff, but we never got those two, and I think at the time when Keith Thurman was my favorite up and coming welterweight, I thought Kell Brook was the one guy that I felt that Keith Thurman couldn't beat. And being that they just came back, they both came back this year. They both had good wins. I think it would be great for them to fight each other. You know, I know that their names are not getting brought up like that, but that would be a great fight to have, even with Danny Garcia. And a win like that for both can kind of put you back on the map too. You know, whoever were to win that fight, whether it's Thurman or whether it's Brook, people would believe in these two more, the winner, as far as being a real challenge for anybody that's on the come up at 147 or anyone that's at the top. So I think those are the fights I would like to see. I do like the Conor Ben fight. I do like, whoever fight that they make. I just wanted to stay 147, but Thurman will probably be my favorite fight for Kell Brook. And I also say Danny Garcia and Conor Ben. Those are the three that I would want for Kell Brook. Amir Khan, I don't even want to throw his name in the mix with anybody right now because I just think that he should definitely retire. I think that both should retire, but I think Khan at this point should definitely. I do not want to see him in the ring again. So that's just my opinion on the two, and I think that's a wrap. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one.